Friday, January 9th, 2036, -10. I wake up this morning and I didn't do it again. I didn't do cardio. No 4-mile run, no sprints. But I don't feel bad because when I woke up this morning, it felt like it was -10. I'm from California. I'm not used to the other type of cold. You know, there's two types of cold. One type of cold, your body get cold, your hands, your neck, the tip of your ears, your nose. But then there's another type of cold. That cold, it freezes your bones. That's how it feel right now. So Friday, January 9th, 2026, I'm not doing any cardio, but I did do my calisthenics, weighted calisthenics in the house, and now I'm here. I'm here to tell y'all about 4 things that's changing in 2026. Remember, we're on new earth. It's not the same. Now, there's a lot of people that's running on these old programs and they wish that these old programs would still benefit them, but they're not. The holidays, the schools, a lot of the jobs are going to be replaced. There's people that's running on the same programs, not realizing that we're living on new earth. These people that's running on these old programs, they're still running on them because on old earth, they benefited from them programs. And they still think that they're going to benefit on these same old dying programs, but not on new earth. Before I get into this video, I want to thank everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you in your situations. Just in case you don't make it to the end of the video, I wanted to thank you now. Thank you. And I mean that. The first thing that you're going to start noticing on new earth, and it's happening now. I'm going to show you a video. I'm going to give you an example. I call it the Simon Cowell energy. Remember when American Idol first came out? And you had Randy Jackson and was that Paula Abdul? I could never say her name right. But then you had Simon Cowell. And what made him so famous is because he spoke his mind and he didn't care how you felt about it. If you couldn't sing, he didn't play the game. He didn't pat you on the back. He told you, you know what? Don't quit your day job. You can't sing. And this is what made people fall in love with Simon Cowell, because they hated him, but they loved him because he told the truth. That's how it's about to be from now on. It's going to be like that in politics. It's going to be like that with content creators. It's going to be like that with you and your dysfunctional family and everybody. It's like you're not going to be able to hold your tongue anymore. If the food is nasty, you're going to spit it out. You're not going to continue chewing on the nasty food and continue smiling. You're going to spit it out and say, you need a little bit more salt and pepper. Let me give you an example of this real quick. Listen to this.
You said earlier that there's a left-wing network to attack, to dox, to assault, and make it impossible for ICE officers to do their job. You told my colleague just now that there's an investigation going on into that network.
Yep.
So if everything that you say is true, how does being part of that network justify being shot?
Well, being part of the network doesn't justify being shot, but ramming an ICE officer with your car, that's what justifies being shot. It's not a good thing, by the way, but when you force somebody to engage in self-defense...
Listen to me right now. On old earth, the vice president wouldn't have came out this bold. You're witnessing it right now. The first thing you're going to witness on New Earth, one of the first things that you're going to witness on New Earth is no more faking. The Simon Cowell energy, the invisible mask that we all wear. When we hold our tongue, it's over with. And everybody is about to start talking like this. If they don't like it, they're not going to hide. See, this is going to shock a lot of people, especially people in a dysfunctional family, because that quiet scapegoat, that quiet black sheep who used to always be passive, they about to start talking and speaking their mind. And they got a lot to say.
It's almost a preposterous question. I'm not saying that funding some of this stuff justifies capital punishment. Nobody would suggest that. The reason this woman is dead is because she tried to ram somebody with her car and that guy acted in self-defense. That is why she lost her life, and that is the tragedy. Now, there may be other violations of the law and other...
Remember back on Old Earth, when the president spoke, he tried to make it all work, tried to make everybody happy. They wasn't this bold. Remember, before anybody spoke, especially a president or a vice president, before anybody spoke about anything that was happening in the streets, they did an investigation. As soon as this happened to this woman, I'm not on nobody's side. I'm not on anybody's side. I'm not taking up for anybody. I'm just saying that as soon as this woman got taken out, they start speaking. Listen to him. He's speaking. He got his mind made up. If anything did happen to the ICE agent, he's gonna get it overturned. He's gonna get it pardoned. Because the people that let you out of jail is agreeing with him. This didn't used to happen on old Earth. Well, it did used to happen, but at least it was behind closed doors. Now, the mask is slipping. Listen to this. Listen to this. You never heard a president. You never heard a president like this.
Ripped off that state for billions of dollars. Billions. Every year. Billions of dollars. And they contribute nothing. The welfare is like 88%. They contribute nothing. I don't want them in our country, I'll be honest with you. Okay? Somebody would say, oh, that's not politically correct. I don't care. I don't want them in our country.
What he said?
No
What he
good for a
said?
reason.
Somebody said, that's not politically correct. Yeah, that's on old Earth. All of that politically correct and wearing a mask and whispering the things that the way that you feel under your breath, that's over with. This is Simon Cowell energy. Go back to when Simon Cowell first went to American Idol and how he used to hurt people's feelings, but he used to tell the truth. I'm not saying that it's going to be evil, that we're just going to be running around, everybody just going to be insulting people or anything like that. No. If you like it, you're going to tell people. It's just going to be a spirit in us that just tell the truth, whether it's good, bad, or ugly. And this is what you're witnessing right now. It seems like this is not professional. That's why they say this isn't politically correct. They saying you shouldn't speak like Simon Cowell. You know what I'm talking about, man.
Their country stinks, and we don't want them in our country. I can say that about other countries too. I can say it about other countries too. We don't want them to hell. We have to rebuild our country. You know, our country's at a tipping point. We could go bad. We're at a tipping point. I don't know if people mind me saying that, but I'm saying it. We could go one way or the other, and we're going to go the wrong way if we keep taking in garbage into our country. Ilhan Omar is...
You see, he not even looking at them as animals. Back in 1895, back in 1845, We were looked at, my people was looked at as animals. You know, animals, there's use for animals, you know what I'm saying? You could eat them, you can have them work for you, and I'm not trying to be funny, but just listen. We were considered animals. He's saying that these people are garbage. You don't do anything to garbage but burn it. I hope you see what I'm saying right here, because I'm moving on to number two. The second thing that you're going to start witnessing from 2026 on, and I know you're witnessing it now, your senses will get heightened because the spell that we're under, it's weak. The spell is almost up. If you was born before, if you was born before 2012, let's just start there. If you was born before 2012, you're under the curses. You hear what I'm saying? You're under them. If you was born before the year 2000, and on November 11, 2011, your number was 111, then you're under the curses. But the curses are weak. When we was born, the curses was 150 pounds of pressure. Now it's only 20 pounds of pressure, man. This is why you're able to see things and hear things and feel things. Yesterday I made a video and I talked about why I stopped practicing bodybuilding. And I showed you the demon that governs over bodybuilding. It comes from the back, the demon back. I talked about Baki, and if you read up on demon back and Baki, you achieve demon back by flexing your muscles and being in a state of shock, like real drained and depressed, like a bodybuilder dieting, right? So I talked about that. The reason we could see this, and you see this on this guy's neck right here? You see this entity on this guy's neck? The reason we're seeing this is because we could see now. We're not see now, because we could see now. Remember when Morpheus, they pulled Neo up out of that water, and he said, "Why do my eyes hurt?" And he said, "Because you could see them." Basically, you never used your eyes, your spiritual eyes. The reason you could see this entity on this guy's neck right here, do you see it? This video is Robots to Patrol Georgia Jail, Fox 5 News. You can go back. I showed this video before. I said that this guy has a football head. And one of the subscribers commented and said that they see the entity, the face on this guy's neck right here. You're going to start seeing a lot of stuff because, number two, your senses are about to get heightened. In another video, I showed you the entity behind soft white underbelly. Here go the eye, here go an eye right here. Here go the bridge of the nose, here go a nostril, here go the lips, here go the chin. He has one of them like button chins. Seems like it's a white guy. He's sitting right behind this guy right here. You hear me? We could see it. Let me see. Yeah, we could see the entities. We could smell the entities. You hear what I'm saying? If you start smelling something that smell burnt or like decay, if you smell a smell that smells like metal, and if a person tell you to describe it and you just can't because you never smelt anything like that, then yeah, you're smelling supernatural. Your nose is online. If you start hearing frequencies If you start hearing people, it seems like they chattering and you don't know where it's coming from. It's like kind of in your head, but it's not. Or if you hearing like a radio station and different things like that, that's your ears coming back online. And I know it's some knucklehead out there right now saying that I'm crazy, that I'm just talking. But you best believe these are the people that's benefiting off of the programs that's still dying. Remember, in the GATE program, they made us look at those ink spots. Remember those ink spots in the GATE? I keep saying the GRID program. The GATE program. The spots. All of the children that were able to see different entities in the ink spots, the ink spot test, they will be able to see this on this guy's neck. You hear what I'm saying? You see all of these entities, they're all around us. They've been around us all of this time, just like the bodybuilder, the bull, how he's showing us the bull from behind. It always been the rear double bicep in bodybuilding, but we couldn't see the spiritual side of it. Now you could see the spiritual side of what I'm talking about. Let me see something real quick. Now we're going to see the spiritual side of all of this, of people too. Phil Heath's rear double bicep. I didn't say Phil Heath's, I said Phil, but they got a picture right here. So look, some people won't never see this. These are all of the children who failed. The ones who can't see the bull right now are the ones who failed with the ink test. They didn't see nothing. But all of the children who passed and could see the entities in the ink test, the ink spot test, is that what it's called? You would be able to see the bull. For all of the children that put the headphones on and was able to hear the frequencies right now, you could hear different frequencies. You hear what I'm saying? That's the second one. That's the second thing that's going to happen in 2026. It's going to start getting faster. Your senses, you're going to start smelling stuff more, hearing stuff, feeling stuff. When I mean feel, you're going to come around a person and you're going to feel that they good, or you're just going to feel that they're evil. The real spiritual feeling. All right, the third one. The third one is no fear. You hear what I'm saying? No fear. This is what used to trap us. Fear. This is what keeps us around a narcissist. This is why we stay up at night. Fear. Fear is not from the Most High. And in 2026 on New Earth, fear is not going to be existent. It's the fear that keeps us a prisoner inside of this gangstalking, inside of this simulation. We fear. The first thing they got us fearing is being unalive. So we do everything we could do to be alive, and we participate in everything they give us, and we work our finger to the bone because we fear being homeless. We fear being in poverty. It's the fear. They put that fear on us. But like I said, 2026, that fear, it's starting to disappear. I'm going to go back to 1994, Los Angeles. I remember that day. It was a day in spring. I remember some Mexicans hopped out the car and they beat up one of my friends. And my friend ran, and then we all ran. He ran to get us, and then we all ran. He told us it was some Mexicans, and we was like, oh man, we got to get them. And we was young, and we ran down the street, but they was gone. And then we talking to somebody else, another one of our friends, and he said that the Mexicans hopped out on him. Now, the reason this was shocking to us is because before 1994, I'm going to just say it like this, right? I'm going to say it like this. I'm from LA. I was born, I was raised, I participated in a lot of stuff that would have got me locked up before I woke up. You hear what I'm saying? So I got a right to say this because I was there. And any guy in LA from Watts, Compton, or whatever that don't agree with me, that want to challenge me, I'm going to just put it like this. I'm not going to debate with you because you a damn lie. You a lie if you disagree with me saying that we harassed the Mexicans back in the 80s, in the early 90s, up into 1994. They got rid of that fear. So I guess the Mexican mafia came together, put a green light on anybody that didn't want to come together from the Raza. It was a couple of gangs that didn't agree with it, but the majority of the gangs did. And then the fear was gone. And I seen a people that was living under fear. There was streets that Mexicans couldn't walk down in the 80s. It's a street named First Street in Watts. I remember one day I see like 5 black guys chasing this Mexican, and I asked my friend, why they chasing him? And he said, because he don't supposed to walk down there. I remember people used to rob the corn man, the ice cream man, the Mexican lady, the tamale lady, the Mexican lady who was going to cash her checks. Why do you think the hate in LA is so deep between the Mexicans concerning the black? I was there, and if anybody want to challenge me with that, I'm not going to challenge you because you a damn lie. So that's the third thing that's going to happen. We're not going to have no fear. Fear is a spirit, and we feed that spirit. I seen a group of people that was in fear, and then I seen that fear go away, and they take over the whole damn city, man. And nope, I didn't want to see it happen. I love my people. I didn't want to see it happen. But this is how it happened right here. This is what happened. They stopped being scared. They stopped being scary. Forget the consequences. I'm separating from all narcissists. If I have to be homeless, I really don't care. If I have to look like a fool or sound like a fool, I'm going to speak my mind. I'm going to separate from everybody I need to separate, and I'm going to keep stacking this bread. That's 2026, 2027, all the way into infinity. Infinity and beyond. No more fear. This is what's gonna make us take over all of this. We're not gonna fear no more. This is their biggest weapon, fear. Let me go to number 4. Number 4, no more delay. Remember years ago when people used to do bad? It's snowing right now. I'm looking out the window at the snow. But anyway, remember back in the days when people used to do bad and they can get away with it for years and years, and it's like, damn, man, when are they ever gonna, go to jail or go to hell, or nothing happens to them? It's kind of unfair. And you know how people who was righteous used to do good deeds and nobody used to see them because the righteous don't put it all on Front Street. Remember the righteous? We used to didn't get the blessings like the floodgate was open. It was just a drip in the drip in the drip. Nope. Not no more. Not no more. Time is speeding up, right? You feel the time speeding up. You see it, right? That means the karma is speeding up. That means that when you put a seed in the ground, it's going to grow even faster. That means that if somebody do something wicked on Monday, they can be out of here on Wednesday. That means that if somebody do righteous on Monday, they can be blessed that very moment. It's going to come fast. The blessings are going to come fast. You hear what I'm saying? And the fruit are going to be bigger. The boo-boo is going to be bigger for the wicked. Everything is going to be bigger and faster. So if you got wicked in your heart, if you got darkness, if you still a narcissist, if you still a gang stalker, if you still abusing people physically and verbally, man, if you still being bad, then you gonna get a big hunk of shit real fast. And if you righteous, oh, you're gonna get all of the grapes. And they're gonna be as big as cantaloupes. And the cantaloupes are gonna be as big as basketballs. And you ain't gonna even have to play basketball to get all of the riches. I'm talking to the chosen. No more delay. Everything is going to come faster. Number 5. I'm going to say number 5, and I'm going to get up out of here. The 5th thing that you're going to start witnessing from here on out, you've been witnessing it already. Brand new information. You see, you've been hearing a lot of information on YouTube. But believe me, a lot of this information is recycled. This is how these wicked ones, they can blend in, because you think that they're giving you this information when you could look the majority of this shit up. I mean, where could you look up races within the races? Where could you look up Phil Heath's Minotaur back? This is new information, and there's going to be more content creators with new information that you haven't even seen anywhere. This is why a lot of these content creators that then slithered in, they always want you to bring receipts, because receipts means that shit was already said. It was already discovered, which means that you're just repeating some shit. I call that the Jeopardy energy. Jeopardy, Alex Trebek. Now, Jeopardy, the TV show Jeopardy, it has a lot of information, but so what? It can't help you right now. That's the 5th thing. Brand new information is coming. Things that you never heard before. You see, in these wicked ones, they're not going to be able to do nothing but repeat that shit. Look, we're going to become their receipts. They're going to use us for receipts. Do you even understand what I'm talking about when I say, number 1, the Simon Cowell energy? If it's nasty, we're going to spit it out and tell you to put some more seasoning on it. Number 2, your senses are about to be heightened. You're about to smell a sick person. Yes, everything has a smell. You're going to be able to smell a demonic person. You're going to be able to smell a righteous person. It's going to smell sweet, like flowers and clean laundry. I'm telling you right now, you're not going to have no more fear. All of a sudden, a spirit is going to get up into you, and you're going to look at your partner that's a narcissist, that's abusing you, and say, you know what? I'm out of here. Are you just going to leave? Don't do anything illegal, though. But like I said, you're not going to have no fear. You're going to walk off the job. You're not going to have no fear. You're going to say, you know what? I'm overweight and I don't care how nobody look at me. I'm going to run around the block 10 times. And if they don't like it, I don't care. I don't fear their opinions. The karma, you plant a seed, you reap what you sow. It's going to come faster and faster. So hopefully you planting good seeds instead of boo-boo seeds. Because we're going to reap what we sow so fast. This is why the righteous is going to be so wealthy, because we're going to be reaping it like so fast, right? And the fifth one, the wicked, they're not going to be able to hide behind information anymore. People are going to start searching for that new. You hear what I'm saying? Tell me something that people wasn't talking about on old earth. Like, show me something different. I don't want the same rabbit out the hat. I want some David Blaine. I want some real stuff. Show me. See, that's how the people are going to be. And these wicked ones that hide behind conscious communities and big names, not just the conscious community, the Hebrew Israelites and all of this. They're not going to have the answers. They're going to have to sit back and wait for us to open up our mouth and come with the new downloads, the brand new, the new information, stuff that they never even heard about. All praises to the Most High. Thank you to everybody that like, comment, share, and subscribe. I see it. God see it. Blessings to you in your situations. Peace.